going to go take a knee now because apparently I can do that because I'm not an employee of your company.
Well, it's interesting. There are new rules. Did you see them? Have you seen them yet?
I did see them.
Okay. Do you have any first blush thoughts before I introduce them to my listening and viewing audience shortly?
Well, on the one hand, the NFL is trying to solve a problem that it really doesn't have, but they've decided they do. And two, I've always thought that patriotism is something that grows in your heart, not on your knee or not standing straight. I think it's one of those things that the NFL tries to get involved with that it's not very good at getting involved with because, you know, they're picking needless fights and they're reminding people of the things they don't do well instead of just putting on football, which is the one thing that they should be really good at all the time. And when they let things from the outside become their focus, they usually don't do them well.
Well, I mean,
So
Jerry Jones wanted to say that he wants that he wants people to think of the NFL about who should be the starting quarterback and what happens in the third quarter, not about the national anthem. You don't think the NFL had a problem with viewership or attendance based on some of the players kneeling during the national anthem or having a demonstration during the national anthem?
I think the NFL's attendance problem and attention problem is more significant than that, and it's going to happen at a much slower rate. But it's got very little to do with whether guys are taking a knee or not. I think it's about the fact that football is kind of diminishing at the grassroots level, and I think in some ways younger kids sort of look at 3.5 hours of watching football as something dad does. I think the red zone, you know, allows kids to at least watch it in shorter bursts. But I think this is a short attention span generation we've helped create. And I think that football has got to figure out how to regain that. It's a little bit of the problem baseball has. And, in fact, it's one of the things that the former commissioner of the Canadian Football League said that they've had for a long time is that football is considered the old guy's sport. They're gravitating to other things, or they're gravitating away from sports. I think that's a more fundamental argument than, you know, they might have lost a viewing point here or there because somebody knelt. And that's not even proven empirically anyway. I think the NFL's issues, and again, we're still talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry, are sort of they're long-term, and they're going to, you know, continue to grow incrementally until they can address the notion that kids are not into football the way they used to be.
Raymond,
I think that's the real issue.
Raymond, always, like I said, always appreciate the chat.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.